Have you ever found yourself cooped up inside on a rainy day with nothing to do? Maybe your board games have gotten too boring during family game night. It's time for something to spice things up. Check out this crazy list of 10 wild experiments you could do at home. Number 10. Magic mud. This wild experiment can create mud that seemingly turns from solid to liquid right in front of your eyes, all while glowing. In order to make this mud, all you will need is some potatoes, a strainer, a black light, some water, and some seltzer water. Take a potato or more than one, depending on how much slime you want, and cut it into tiny pieces. Place your tiny potato pieces into a bowl and fill with regular water just above the potatoes. Stir for a few minutes, and you'll notice the water turning red. Stir the potatoes from the water and let the water sit for about 10 minutes. A strange white substance will appear at the bottom of the red potato water. Pour all the water out, and the mud remains in the bowl. Add regular water to the mud and mix it up with it, and then let it sit again and harden up. This time, the mud will separate from the water and clean out all the dirt that was in the mud. This leaves your mud perfectly white. Now let the mud sit for 2 days. This will cause it to crumble. Then mix small amount of seltzer water with the powder and mix it up until you have the same consistency of mud as you had before. Once completed, this mud moves like pizza dough until you stop playing with it, and then it turns into slime, all while glowing under a black light. Number 9. A pasta torch. Yep, that's right, you heard me. Your macaroni and cheese aren't just for eating anymore. Now it could be used to create a cool, safe blazing torch made from powerful gas. This simple experiment actually shows how to create a perfect hybrid rocket engine along with your macaroni and cheese. All you will need is some yeast, a small jar with the lid, some hydrogen peroxide, and a lighter that can give you some fire. First, start by connecting your pasta onto your jar lid. A little hole should do the trick. Once that tricky part is done, just add the hydrogen peroxide and yeast into the bottom of the jar. By doing this, they react with each other and start to create pure oxygen gas. The gas will rise and try to escape through the very high-tech tube you've installed, aka your lunch, and as it goes through the pasta, you just need to add some fire and you will see an intense self-running torch that will shoot out of the fire until the oxygen gas is gone. Number 8. Make your own rock candy. In the mood for a delicious experiment by using a wooden skewer, a clothespin, sugar, and water, you can do an experiment that drives your taste buds wild. Prep this experiment by placing a clothespin in the skewer so that it sets on a clasp and rests about an inch from the bottom. Then it's time to get cooking. Bring a cup of water to boil. By using food coloring, you can make it any color you want. Then add a cup of sugar to it. Make sure to stir until it's completely dissolved. Once dissolved, add 2 more cups of sugar to the water and stir it until it dissolves again. Once completed, let it sit away from the heat for 20 minutes. Pour the sugary concoction into the same glass you've measured before and carefully place the skewer inside. After 3 to 7 days of waiting, you will see that you've created rock candy. You see the sugar only stays connected to the water when it's very hot. So once it cools, the skewer acts like a sieve for the sugar to grow on. In a week, you'll come to find a tasty treat and realize that your experiment rocked. Number 7. Disappearing water. This experiment is perfect for all of those young magicians out there. In order to do this experiment, all that is needed is some water, a cup, and a few unused baby diapers. Take apart a baby diaper and start taking apart the cotton fibers in the diaper where the baby would usually go potty. Gross. When you take this apart, you'll notice some powder will be found. This powder is actually called sodium polyacrylate and is known to absorb liquids 300 times its own weight. After you remove 2 diapers worth of powder, you should have about a teaspoon worth of powder to place into a cup. Once that is done, all that is needed is to pour a cup of water into the cup with the powder, and magically the water instantly disappears. It's magic. Your friends will be amazed and will be begging for you to be the magician at their next birthday party. For more fun, you can add food coloring to the water to see what happens in bright new ways. Number 6. Homemade lava lamps. Although it isn't the 1970s anymore, and the lava lamp phase hasn't been around for quite some time, creating your own lava lamp is still an awesome experiment that you can do at home in just a few minutes. By using water, food coloring, and a tablet of Alka-Seltzer, you can create a magical illusion that brings the lava lamp trend right back into your kitchen. First, pour oil and water into a clear tube. Make the mixture about 80% oil, 20% water. Since water and oil have different densities, the water sinks to the bottom. Then add food coloring and you'll see the food coloring make its way down to the water and mix with it. It's a cool illusion itself, and is proof that food coloring is water-based. Once the water and food coloring has mixed, now it's time to crumble an Alka-Seltzer tablet. This tablet reacts with the water and bubble up, making the water rise all the way to the top, release air, and then fall back to the bottom. It's totally trippy, man. Number 5. Make objects disappear. This experiment is so wild that it makes things disappear right before your very eyes. All that's needed are some glass bowls in various sizes, some water, and some vegetable oil. Fill the larger bowls up with vegetable oil, while the smaller bowls at first can be filled with water. Once a bowl is filled with vegetable oil, place the smaller bowl inside of it that is filled with water and notice how you can see the glass inside. Now, remove the water from the small bowl. Replace with oil and place back into the larger bowl. And once you look inside, it seems like the bowl is magically gone. This is the science of refraction. When it comes to light, the oil and the glass have a similar refractive index, which causes the light to pass through them both the same way, making things disappear. You can mix and match with different percentages of oil and water in the large bowl to make some really cool illusions. Number 4. Waterproof sand. Love experiments that mess with your senses. This is the experiment for you. Waterproof sand messes with texture and your understanding of how things should feel. All that's needed is some beach sand from a local pet shop. Hermit crab sand comes in an array of awesome colors, and also some Scotch Guard or any other silicone protector spray. Place the sand onto a baking sheet and give it a very nice spray, coating it completely. Once completed, shake the sand up and spray again. Make sure to do this 3 times so all the sand gets covered. Once that's done, you can pour the sand into the water and watch it bend in shape in all sorts of amazing ways, all while remaining dry. This is all caused by something called hydrophobic effect. Cool, huh? To try something even wilder, place some olive oil in the water and see how it floats on top of the water due to density. Place a drop of food coloring on the oil, and then drop more sand and watch how it sinks the olive oil. Once the water is removed and the sand is placed onto a paper towel, you'll see how it's still as dry as ever. It's as amazing and fun as a day at the beach. Number 3. Milk art. Feeling the need to make amazing art and also get your daily intake of calcium. If that's the case, you surely won't regret making this amazing, ever-changing milk art. Just take a bowl and fill the bottom of it with milk and add all different colors of food color. Once the coloring is supplied, just add a few drops of dish soap and watch the food coloring go wild and create milk that moves all over the place and becomes an active piece of art that does all sorts of wild tricks. Milk has fat on top of it, and the food coloring you put into it mixes with it. Adding the food coloring causes these bonds to break up and split away from each other. The result is quick-moving splashes of color that you'll love to play with over and over again. Number 2. Exploding volcano. Perhaps the grandfather of do-it-yourself experiments is this one, the homemade volcano. For the right effect, paper mache or plastered volcanoes work best, but when in a pinch, the volcano can be used by amount of dirt or even some clay. Inside of the volcano, add 2 spoonfuls of baking soda and a spoonful of dish soap. So after that, add 5 drops of red and yellow food coloring or any color you want your lala to be. When you're ready to have a blast, add an ounce of vinegar and watch your volcano come to life. The chemical reaction of the baking soda and vinegar causes the eruption, while the dish soap gives you the bubbles to make your skin curl. Number 1. Tornado in a bottle. This awesome visual experiment gives you the ability to create your own tornado at home, without the fear of being blown away like Dorothy and Toto to the great land of Oz. All you need is to take 2 plastic bottles. 2 liters of soda work best and connect them with a plastic tube. For this experiment, you can buy a special tube online or make your own by connecting 2 bottle caps. Just drill a hole on them, sand down the top, and glue them together. Make sure only 1 bottle is filled with water, and when they are connected, flip them vertically with the liquid side on top. Whirl the top bottle with liquid and you'll notice an insane-looking tornado. This is called a vortex and is caused by the air in the bottom tube moving up as the liquid in the top tube moves all the way down. As the water moves to the bottom tube, it also trickles down the sides like a gentle waterfall. This visually is enhanced by adding food coloring or glitter to your liquid to give your tornado an amazing and unique look. Give it a try. We promise you won't get blown away. Make sure to try these experiments and let me know how you get on in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and click that bell icon to be part of the notification squad. Thanks for watching.